Okay, this is the sidewalk that we're going to be putting the low voltage well lights in. Those are just ground level lights. They just poured the slabs and have the steel curtain around it. So right now we're just getting some of the wires in while it's easily accessible. Right now we're working on this one too. We got to actually drive something under the sidewalk because we're going to have two of those lights out here between the sidewalk and the road. Alright, you'll notice under where the wire went under the steel frame, I put a little piece of 1/2-inch steel tie. That's just to protect the wire a little bit going under that. That's not code requirement. Matter of fact, with low voltage stuff, there's really no code requirements on that. That's just to kind of help it, the longevity of it, because if it gets pushed up against that edge, it's probably sharp. It will cause the wire to short, die. I've got one coming around this corner right here. Have it kind of wedged up under there. Then brought the wire over here, and it just sits right here for now. That's going to be where a walkway light is. These are the fixtures we're going to be using. FX LED well lights. These are the 3 LED versions. And they come with the amber lens already installed. And what I like about the FX products are the well lights have the separate well that they can slide into. It makes servicing them much easier. And these are going to be buried in the gravel. We're getting the fixtures laid out right now. We're having to relocate some of the wires because we decided to not have the fixtures in the grass so that they didn't get damaged mowing and weed eating. So we're moving them on the inside of the gravel, getting everything laid out. And we've got 2 of those well lights on each of the steps. And another 2 walkway fixtures where we have to relocate the wires back up under the gravel. And 2 well lights, those steps, and the 2 well lights between the sidewalk and curb. Using a little piece of 1/2-inch steel tie, and we'll wedge that up under the steel. That way we don't have sharp edges on the steel hitting the wire. Okay, I bought one more unique lighting brand flood for the front. I'm going to match an existing that's there. That fixture's about 8 years old. These fixtures are like little tanks. They last forever. If I clean that up, it looks just like the new one. So that's why I'm going to reuse it. This I have the honeycomb filter, which helps with the glare from the side. And that filter actually comes with these fixtures, along with an assortment of different lenses for different beam spreads from anywhere from wide flood to spot. Then I'll match this one here with that planter right there, and then the other one I'll put kind of centered with it too. This is the Stellar fixture. Unique Lighting makes these, and I've already got it pulled apart. They come with together, just little screws hold it in, and the honeycomb filter, which I like because you can't get blinded if you look at it easily from the side. And then all these multiple lenses. Frosted is what it comes with. It has a one for wide angle, And then if you want to spread the light upright, you have this little starburst or lens, and then just a plain clear lens. So it's kind of a neat little kit. So I usually put the wide angle lens in, because when I use these, I usually use it to light a wide area that I can't do with the other fixtures I use. Here's the fixtures that we're wiring up. This is one of the walkway, and I like to use these Drycon connectors. I get these landscape lighting supply. Every once in a while you see them at the box stores. I've been using these for over 20 years and haven't had great luck with them. On the wire, just snip that in the middle. That makes it stretch apart a little easier. It's already cut. And I'm using 14 gauge wire. As more and more LEDs are being used in landscape lighting, you don't have to use the heavier gauges for everything. I used to run everything just in 12 gauge, but it's not so much necessary anymore. And this is already stripped. This is the wire for the fixture. And take these. Now the polarity on here doesn't matter, even if it's LED, but you know, if I have, it's easy enough to match it just in case. It makes a difference someday with an LED fixture. So I'm finding the stripe sides of the wire and do the same with the fixture wire. This is AC current going to the fixture, so the polarity for the fixture on this case does not matter so much. And I pre-twist it just a little bit like that, and then carefully put it in the wire nut, making sure that all the wires get inside that wire nut, and start twisting it like that until it's good and snug. Then what I do, grab the wire nut, pull every wire like that, so you make sure that you got a good connection. If you miss any of the wires, when you do that, they'll pull out. And it's better that they pull out now rather than trying to troubleshoot it down the road. And I just pre-twist those just a little bit. Put your wire nut over those carefully. And these wire nuts have kind of a antioxidant type gel in them. Keeps moisture away from that. And zip tie each one individually. I definitely do each one individually as opposed to both wires. Cut off the extra, and there you go. And we'll fold this up inside there. Now, some people or some places recommend that you put a baggie over these connectors and then zip tie it. That's totally up to you. I have found with the low voltage fixtures, I have no problem with these. As far as, you know, I've had these connections last 15 to 20 years. So, but you know, if you want to do the baggies, I don't think that hurts at all. All right, now I'm just taking the gravel back around the fixtures. Now, that's what I like about the FX well fixtures, is they have the sleeves separate. So I'm just making sure I bring the wires up in there, and I'll make the connections there. And then I'm gonna set them about 1 inch above that level. So I got this little stick here, just to kind of help hide where it is. Okay, now here at the step we have the 2 cans set in the gravel, and we're about to make it up into there. And for some of these small ones, we're just going to use these little blue wire nuts. Those are for direct burial. Okay, here's the finished product. Got these two well lights here for the stepway lights. Those would be a ground washing trim. And then add one focus walkway fixture to the existing three. Like the contemporary, that's the PL17 focus fixture. Then we have our other four well lights on the steps. Hopefully in the video I can get it a nighttime shot.